In this video, we're going to try to verify the identities. So for problem 1, we have cosine squared x minus sine squared x over 1 minus tangent squared x equals cosine squared x. So the first method that we have with this one, we can start with the left-hand side. And here we're going to write tangent squared x in terms of sine and cosine. So cosine squared x minus sine squared x over 1 minus tangent squared x will translate to cosine squared x minus sine squared x over 1 minus sine squared over cosine squared. For method 2, we're also going to start with the right-hand side, the left-hand side. We're going to turn tangent x into secant squared x by using the Pythagorean identity. And so we have cosine squared x minus sine squared x over secant squared x, and this will then give us cosine squared x minus sine squared x over 1 minus cosine squared x. For problem number 2, we have 1 minus cosine squared, or cosine 2x equals tangent x times sine 2x. And for method 1, we're going to do the right-hand side, so tangent x times sine 2x. So we're going to use a double angle identity to turn sine into cosine and get tangent in terms of sine and cosine. So we have sine over x times cosine over x times 2 sine x times cosine x, and this gets us to 2 sine x in the end. And then method number 2, we're going to do the left-hand side, so 1 minus cosine squared x, and here we're going to use a double angle identity to turn cosine into sine. And so 1 minus 2 sine x squared, and this will give us 2 sine squared x. For problem number 3, we have tangent x minus pi over 4 equals tangent x minus 1 over tangent x plus 1. So here we're going to start on the left-hand side and use the difference of subtraction identities. So tangent x minus pi over x will then give us tangent x minus tangent pi over x over 1 plus tangent x times tangent pi over 4. On the second method, we can do with this also on the left hand. We're going to distribute tangent to both terms inside of the parenthesis, and this will give us tangent x minus tangent times pi over 4.